You think of that break? What are the chances of that tree breaking off and then landing in the fork of the tree? Well, they're actually pretty good because this is the second one I've seen like that. There's a bigger one out in Middleborough that's up higher, and it landed right directly in the top of the stump where it broke off. So these things do happen. With wind, it's not necessarily a Bigfoot. I came up from that path there. And today's discussion will be conspiracy theories. Okay. What? It always amazes me, and you see it a lot of in certain Bigfoot researchers' stories. Fill in there. The big conspiracy theory. It's just another way to make your story seem credible, but you're actually just putting more mystery into your story. So, to me, I don't see it happening. I don't see the military spending the amount of money and the manpower and the capability it would take to actually cover up the Bigfoot story. Look at this out here. This is devastation. Okay. You got tree breaks all over the place here happening. So, what's that down there? Way down there. Nobody's come out to clear these trails yet. Let me just say that the conspiracy theories, like you just hear these stories made up of, and they all start with, I met a guy at work that his brother knew a guy that, worked in the military. Or his brother knew a guy whose brother was in the military. His uncle Joe, give him a name. Now it sounds more credible. Uncle Joe was in the military, and nobody really knew what he did, but he had a lot of awards and badges and things. And there's Bigfoot right there. He's looking right at me. He's standing very still right now. He's right there. Oh, I can zoom in on him. There he is, looking at me. Oh. So they had an Uncle Joe that was in the military, and nobody ever knew what he did. And he claimed that, he told his nephew just before he passed that he worked with a group that covered up the Bigfoot story. And his job was to drive the ambulance. That's right. That's what they use, ambulances, to hide the Bigfoot SWAT teams and the Bigfoot. They put them in ambulances and take them away to secret government locations. And that's why you'll never hear about it or see it. And that's what they use, is the ambulance as a cover-up. And police and officials in the area know these ambulances. They're specially marked with a symbol that only they know. When they see that symbol on the ambulance, they'll even block traffic for that ambulance. They'll give them a police escort if they have to. And they also use UPS trucks to move stuff around when they're not in a big hurry. But if it's an emergency, they'll use an ambulance. And Uncle Joe told his nephew the story, and then right after Uncle Joe passed away, his nephew went to the house to saw through Uncle Joe's stuff, and that's right. There's a UPS truck at his house, and there were a couple guys carrying boxes out, and they didn't talk to the nephew at all. They just put the stuff in the truck and they left. There's Bigfoot over there again. He's following me. He's right over there. I can see him. And that's the conspiracy theory. And you know, Uncle Joe told this story before he died, but you know, nobody knew, and nobody still knows, and you leave everyone in suspense, and then nobody really knows. Wow, look at this. These are all been broken off here. These weren't broken off last time I was here. All these branches right here weren't broken off of this thing. They're all snapped off. Now I'm going to have to crawl underneath there. I'll walk around. But that's my conspiracy theory, is people make up stories, these conspiracy theories. You can make up anything because nobody really knows. And everybody has this fear that the military has all these conspiracies. So when you add it to the Bigfoot stories, it's really, you know, it can be pretty funny. Because, you know, who knows? And you can make up anything. And it's usually an uncle, you know, with a name that worked in the military that somebody knew and heard the story from their cousin and heard about Uncle Joe, and nobody ever figured it out. And then Uncle Joe passed away, so he can't tell you for sure. But there's always that mystery of Uncle Joe and his stories about Bigfoot. So, whenever people started and they have Bigfoot stories and they're investigating and then they start with the freaking conspiracy theories, I like to listen to them or hear them just because I like to hear people's imagination and what they're going to say. And some of it's pretty good, I got to say. But I haven't heard the ambulance one yet. That's one I made up. Ambulance and UPS trucks are used. Wow. What devastation out here, huh? The Squatches were mad last night. They were mad. Okay, well for now.